All right, this topic is a revision of year 10 basically, but it's in more context. So today you're going to be able to do two exercises, 12B and 12C, I believe. What did we do last time? We talked about the idea of a table of values. That's an easy way to show a relationship, but it's not the most effective, because if you've got a lot of data, what's your table going to look like? Really long. I don't have time to waste to write all that X and Y data. So a better method of expressing a linear relationship is with a linear function. You would have seen this in previous years, but I'll add depending on teacher, depending ... this. So if this is the first time you've seen it, congratulations. You should have seen something in the course of your high school career where you were taught y is equal to mx plus c. Maybe they might have broken it down in certain ways. I'm going to break it down my way because I think it's the best. The equation of a line in slope-intercept form looks like this. Y equals mx plus c. What does the y stand for? It's the value of the x-coordinate. What does the x stand for? It's the value of the x-coordinate. What does the m stand for? The slope or the gradient. That's why this form is called slope-intercept form, because it directly tells you the slope. This is the part that I think I do better. Have you heard your teacher say rise over run before? That's meaningless, because a line doesn't have to always rise. Can a line go down like this? That means it's falling. So number one, rise over run, don't like it. Number two, what does run mean? What direction are you going? Can you run either direction? Yeah. So run is meaningless too. So the way I teach it is, if you write the slope as a fraction, it is the y step, so how far I go, up or down. If you go up, it's positive. If you go down, it's negative. And the x step is always to the right. That's my method. So there's no funny business, there's no working out. What does rise over run mean? No. Here it's definite. If it's positive, the line must be going up. If it's negative, the line must be going down. And x is the step to the right. Also, c is the y-intercept, or the starting value of y, so that's y when x is equal to 0. Can you please get that? That could go on your cheat sheet if you remember it. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Right, Dad. Why is this useful? The equation of a line is useful because it tells you what the variable x or y is when you know one of them by substitution. This saves having to draw up a table. You can just write something with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters in it versus a table, which is a whole series of boxes and a bunch of numbers. That's why it's useful. Okay.
Does that say variable? Yes.
Whereabouts?
After the... Yeah, that's
Yeah, the variable x or y is when you know one of them by substitution. See what a real NFL football is. This is legit. This is $300 worth. Don't break it. If you break it, I'll be very upset. I'll send a strongly worded email to your parents. And I'll still have a broken football. It's like leather, like nice leather. It's hell grippy. I can get it to spin so well. we get time, we can go outside and play catch. Okay, let's do an example. I want to do 2 examples. The amount of water in a horse trough over time is given below. How much is the time going up each time in the table? Here. 2. How much is the volume going up each time? Good. So, what I'd like you to do here is find me the slope or the gradient of the data using my explanation of y step over x step. You need to do some thinking though, based on what we did yesterday. Do we know straight away which one of these is x and which one is y? You might, because you have a base level of intelligence, but let's pretend that I'm dumb and I'm going from the beginning and I need to think it through. What did I say is graphed on the x-axis? The independent variable, the one that causes change in the other. In this situation, what's going to cause change in the other? Is the amount of water in anything ever going to change the passage of time? No. So time is going to be your x variable and volume is going to be y. The longer you're pouring, the more water is going to be in the trough. Okay? Now we can do y step over x step. So, what is x doing? It's going up by how much?
2.
Plus 2. And the y is going, is it going up or is it going down? Up by plus 20. Good. So now I can find my gradient. As a fraction, my gradient is the y step, 20 over 2, which is? So the gradient in this equation is 10. Find the y-intercept. I haven't drawn the graph. I don't need you to waste time drawing the graph because I've told you the y-intercept is y when x is equal to 0. What is the value of y when x is equal to 0 in this? Good. My y-intercept is 30. Your teachers might have said, you must draw the graph so you can see where it cuts the y-axis. No, I can imagine it. State the equation of line in terms of t and v. So, we're not talking y is equal to mx plus c. What is the y here? What does y represent? Volume. So, volume v is equal to, we need mx plus c. What did we just say the gradient was? 10. 10 is x or is x representative of something? Time. 10t plus, what was the y-intercept? 30. That's our equation. And it's in context now. If I wrote y is equal to mx plus, if I wrote y is equal to 10x plus 30, it's right, but it's not in the context of time and volume, right? So now find the volume of water after 6.5 minutes. Is 6.5 minutes on the table? This is the point of the equation. I can just use maths to work out what the volume is, because I know that the volume is equal to 10 times by whatever the time is. In question D, what is it saying the time is? 6.5 plus 30. So if you chuck that in your calculator, it's going to say 65. 65 plus 30, 95 litres. Can you see the power of the equation? I don't need to draw a table that says 6.5. Could I use this to work out how many litres it will be after a bajillion minutes? Because all I do is go 10 times a bajillion plus 30. I'll have my answer. I don't need a table anymore. Which is more writing, this or that? The table. The table's ridiculous. Okay? What mathematicians do is we look at phenomena and we simplify it to one thing. Okay? Last one, this example, and I'll give you time. How long to reach 160 litres? Here, I was told the time. Is this asking for the time now? It's giving me the volume though. So put in what you know. V is on the left side, so it's telling me 160. So V I'm replacing with 160 is equal to 10 times by T plus 30. No one likes algebra, that's fine. It's a process. I want to get t. I want to get the time. I want to get it by itself. So I need to get rid of everything around t. So get rid of the add 30. What is the opposite of adding 30 to something? Good. So my next step is going to be, if I took 30 from both sides, 30 is going to go away. What's 160 take 30 going to be? 130 equals 10 times by t. What is the 10 doing to the t? Good. What is the opposite of timesing by t? Good. So if I want to know what t is, I divide both sides by 10. 10 is going to go away. 10 divided by 10 is 1. That leaves me just t. So what's 130 divided by 10 going to be? Good. So 13 mins for 160 litres. Does that also, once again, show you why this is better than the table? Can you get that example down, please? And I want to do a second one. The reason why I'm doing a second one is a lot of your marks in the exam are questions similar to this. 3 minutes and then I'll be back. So I'm going to have a heart attack if I cover this board up, so that people can get the next example. Don't quickly just do this example. I'll leave it up so people can get it down after. The graph alongside shows the height in mils of a candle hours after it was lit. You're in 2024. Do you know what candles are? Yeah. What happens when you light a candle? No. It melts down, okay? Find the equation of the linear function connecting x and y. This question broke it down. It asked you to find the slope. It asks you to find the y-intercept. This is asking me to find the equation straight up. So I need to find the slope and the y-intercept. So how do I do that? A, slope. The graph has been drawn for us. So I need to choose 2 points that are nice. Is this a nice point here? Because I don't know, it's not good because I don't know where it is. Is this a nice point here? Yeah. Is this a nice point? Because it's on the grid. That's how we'll work out the y step and the x step. You count. You bring a look at it. How far did the dot go to the right? So go from here to here, and you need to look at this scale because it didn't go it went 5 boxes. Does that 5 also represent 5 hours? Yeah. Good, so I know my x step is 5 to the right. Did it go up or down? Yeah. That's why I don't teach the rise. Did that line rise? No. So now that you know it's going down, what is the sign of the y step going to be? It's going to be negative. How much negative? How far did it go down according to this scale? Negative what? Negative 2. Are you sure 2? It's 2 boxes, but what does the scale say?
Yeah, 10.
Take your time.
Yeah, 10.
This is why you lose marks. You rush. This is 90 here, and this is 70. So it didn't go down by 10. How far did it go down overall? 20. That's take your time. Take your time. Your intelligence is lost when you rush. Yeah. So negative 20. There's an answer to this. What's 20 divided by 5 normally? 4. But because it's a negative, what's the answer going to be? Negative. So I have my slope slash gradient. My y-intercept. Just look. Where does the line touch the y-axis? What? What number?
19.
Good, 19. So do I have what I need to say my y is equal to mx plus c? Yeah, so find the equation of a linear function, and it's telling me just do it x and y. Okay, so y is going to equal slope negative 4x plus, what's the y-intercept? 90. That's my equation, that's A, done. B, now we do some algebra. No one's a fan of algebra, I'm showing you how to do it. Find the height of the candle after 12 hours. So y represents the height, negative 4. X represents the time. So what am I going to times negative 4 by? 12 plus 90. Negative 4 times by 12 is equal to negative 48 plus 90. Can someone help me out? Negative 48 add 90.
42.
It's risky. I don't trust myself.
Is it 42?
It might be. I just don't. I suck at subtraction.
It is 42.
I'd suck at division and subtraction. Negative 48 plus 90. There you go. You want a protein bar or something? 42 millimeters. C. How long will it take for the candle to burn out? This time it's asking for what X is. How tall will a candle that's been burned out be?
All the way down.
Yeah, how many mils?
0.
0 mils. So you're going to go y is equal to 0 mils is equal to negative 4x plus 90. I want to get x by itself. So I need to get rid of positive 90. What's the opposite of adding 90?
Subtracting.
Subtract 90. So 0 subtract 90 is going to be? Negative 90 is equal to negative 4x. What's the negative 4 doing to x there? What's the opposite of times? See, I'm literally saying it the same way as the last time. What's the opposite of timesing by negative 4? Divide by negative 4. But to keep the question the same, I need to divide this side by negative 4. The negative 4s are going to cancel. What's negative 90 divided by 4? 2.
22.5.
Yeah, something like that. 90 divided by 4. 22.5. So 22.5 hours. Why does it become positive? Because you're dividing a negative by a negative. Okay. I'll give you time to get that example done. Your homework now is EX 12B and EX 12C. I'll